Welcome everyone to another great episode of Ska Talk. Today I've got some guys, not all the guys, I got three of the guys from Voodoo Moonshine. I got Pedro Espada, Jeff Losawyer, and I lost my last name. Eddie Cruz. Where'd you go, Eddie? There you are. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Before Jeff and Eddie joined, I was talking with Pedro, and we are hearing gunshots over here. The hunters behind my house were just going crazy. I mean, it was
really?
shot after shot. I was thinking of ducking and covering over here. So
I thought you were going to talk about me throwing a tantrum about not being able to get on Zoom yet. I was throwing a fit over here.
Yeah, technology. You send out an invite, it's supposed to work, and then no one can get on, and I don't understand.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with, even though I use the same account, if I send them from my phone, it seems they never work. So I actually have to physically do it from the computer, which...
we have a hard time every time, except Pedro.
I always do.
Pedro's the tech geek, huh? He was the first one on.
IT guy. Yep.
Okay. I didn't mean to say tech geek, that
hey, I embrace it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there are people out there that probably don't like when people say that, so I apologize.
Yeah.
So what else have you guys all been up to today? Looks like you're all in separate locations, so.
Yep, yeah. I'm in Florida. I'll be here at close to Orlando. Just thankfully I have a day job right now.
Okay.
So just got home from work and doing a Zoom call with you guys.
Awesome. Appreciate you being here. How about you, Jeff?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I took off for like a couple of months, and I started another job again Monday, and I got off around 3:30 today. It's a new job, pretty easy, man. I'm digging it already.
Okay.
Ask Eddie how he's doing though. I think he's still at his job.
Yeah, Eddie,
what are you're staying overnight, aren't you, or something?
Yeah, it's too far to drive home, so I'm just staying here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's rock and roll. I've done it my whole life. Lived out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Gotcha. Yeah, we gotta get you guys heard. It's a very cool music. I like the so it's sort of like I hear like maybe a little Tesla, a little Skinner, just some different influences in there. It's very, very, very cool.
I always love when someone says Tesla, since that was one of my main influences back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I love Tesla, man.
They didn't get enough credit. My drummer in the band way back in the day was a huge Tesla fan, and we made fun of him for it. But now I look back on it, it's like, man, that band was great,
Oh man, yeah. Well, yeah, because me and my old singer were out in LA at that time, in 89, 90, and he was that Poison, talk dirty to me guy, with wanting to do the eyeliner and make. I'm like, no, that's not happening. I was the Tesla guy that just wanted the blue jeans rock and roll, man. But yeah, they should have blown up bigger than what they did.
Cool. So let's talk about Voodoo Moonshine, man. Now I don't want to skip ahead. So like, how did you guys all meet? Jeff, you started the band, right?
Yeah, I started it back in 2003.
Right.
That was 2003, long time ago.
How many original members are there that are still?
Me.
Just you? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people want to hang out for 17 years waiting for some shit to happen. You know what I mean? But no, it just I took a long break after the first CD, and then put out a solo CD, and started recording this CD back in 2011. and sat on it after I was done with it, you know, and didn't push it, didn't do nothing with it. And so about 2 years ago, I started getting contacted. You know, I threw a couple of little random tracks out there, and I got contacted, just some, you know, regular contact, you know, and it just kept happening. So I thought, well, shit, I guess I need to start the band again. You know, I need to start looking for guys, because we were getting a little bit of attention, you know, even with the old stuff. So I started looking again, and I came across Pedro 2 years ago on the internet. Just, you know how you're just strolling through videos, and
Yeah.
and I seen him doing a quarantine video, and so I started to pursue him then.
Didn't go very well at first, did it?
No. I got this message from this weirdo over here. Asking if I would sing some of the songs, and of course, you know, I ignored him a few times. But I eventually did take one of the songs, and I believe that was Eden in Your Eyes, or Give It To Me. I can't remember what it was.
Eden.
Was it Eden? Yeah. Just because it was all acoustic, and, you know, I could, you know, it was showcase my voice on that specific song. So that's how it all started. You know, from that song, then it sounded great. So I got the rest of the songs, and here we are with a new album.
Great.
Yeah, now you can't get rid of me. He ignored me for a long time. Now you can't get rid of me.
Well, you are in Georgia. I'm in Florida, so that's pretty good.
You can only have a certain amount of distance, basically.
How about Eddie? When did Eddie come along? We can't leave Eddie out.
I tell you, Jeff, he sent me messages on Facebook about a year and a half ago, and I kind of ignored him, because you know, there are a lot of people are saying, hey, listen to my song, and you get 100 of them or so a month, you know, so you just don't pay attention. And then one of my old singers called me up and says, hey, this Jeff's trying to get a hold of you, man. You need to talk to him about his band. So and I started looking back at him. I said, God damn, he's been sending me messages for for quite a while. Need to get back with him. So I talked to him, and he's like, yeah. And at the time, I wasn't ready to do anything and go back on the road and do all that stuff. You know, I was kind of burnt out from my last road band. And so I was like, I was kind of, okay, well, send me some songs. And he's like, well, I want you to do this one video. So he sent me some songs, sent me one song for the video.
You're missing that you actually turned it down first. You turned it down.
I didn't necessarily turn it down, but I wasn't, you know, I was like, I wasn't sure that I, you know, wanted to, you know, get out. I was like, okay, I can retire, I guess. I don't know, how boring, but but then he started sending me songs, and we started talking more on the phone, and he sent me another song. I'm like, I really like what Pedro's doing on these songs. And he sent me some more songs. I'm like, he's like, well, forget that video. Let's do 2 videos. Just join the fucking band. Oops, pardon me. Just join the band.
Yeah, you can swear.
Well, it says right here, don't say that word.
That I know Penis says that, but that's for me, because I say fuck every other word.
You just said it.
But,
Management cracking down on you. Got
Yes,
it.
man, she's been busting in my balls about this stuff, man. I just can't even be me no more.
basically, the more songs he sent me with Pedro singing on them, the more I liked it, and I'm yeah, I'm in, you know, and here we are, you know, and now I'm all in, like,
Yep.
you know, balls to the wall in.
Yep.
So
Excellent.
now I'm cracking the whip.
So you guys all get together and you make a CD, and then what happens?
You want to handle that?
Wait and get things rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Until the world opens up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the world is kind of sticking their thumb in our eye right now.
Tell me about the touring. When you guys did get to play, how was that touring out in Europe?
That was many years before these guys got involved.
Right. Well, so that was just
that was back in 2005 or 2006 and 2007.
So that was
15 years before these guys got involved.
all right.
That's
So
during Decay album.
Yeah.
Right.
which did really good in Europe and Asia and all that. He
Yeah.
really solid over there back then.
Yeah,
that-
it kept us busy for a while. It charted all over the place too, mainly in Europe, which is where we got a lot of interest at. What can you say about it, man? I can't, people will ask what it's like to be on tour and stuff, and Eddie probably knows it, but it's not like going on a vacation. It's not like, oh, I took pictures here and I got this. You have no idea. I don't remember half the stuff, and it wasn't because I was, drunk or anything. It was just business, and it was just, being in the mode. It was cool though. I mean, it's something you can say you did, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm proud of it back then, but right now we're so far way ahead of what we were back then with the promotions and the marketing and everyone that's behind us. So I really don't think too much about it. It was just something that I did, and we're starting over. It's zero. We're a new band again.
Right. Yeah, I apologize. I when I directed that question, it was something I didn't piece together the timeline of when all of you guys, because you had told me
Yeah.
originally that you were the only remaining member.
Yeah.
But
It's
then
I'm the only one that has the memories of it, good or bad.
Yeah, and I came from, I was always on the road. I was in touring bands for years, and so I always enjoyed it. It was always a lot. I always made the best of it, no matter what. Traveled all over the place, so I seen a lot of places and went to a lot of cool things, and took advantage of the band. It was like taking me on vacation everywhere. It was great. So I enjoy touring. I enjoy it.
Oh,
like it.
definitely. So are you guys all in the same state?
Jeff's
No.
in Georgia, and the rest of us are in Florida.
Okay. All right. Well, technology, you can still record, right? Is that
Mhm.
Yeah, but I still like being hands-on. I'd like being there and physically, I'm old school. I don't
Yeah.
like none of the technology. I'd rather go there and beat it out with the guitar player and write these songs,
definitely?
personally,
Yeah.
because
So
that's where the magic happens.
yeah. How did you guys record the new album then?
Like I said, I started the CD back in 2011. Pedro joined the band 2 years ago. So all the tracks that I had done, he re-recorded. He changed them the way he wanted them to. And so, the CD was done. We just had Pedro just redid the vocal tracks.
Okay. So that was all pre-pandemic stuff then. Great.
Yeah.
Pandemic kind of helped us out, gave us time to prepare, and now we're got all that behind us, and we can focus on gigs and starting to play and get around and stuff, and start playing these songs in front of people.
Yeah.
So
hold up that CD again, Pedro, and tell us about the new CD.
Bottom of the Barrel. We have the first song on the CD is actually the video that we have out right now. That's doing great. Locked and Loaded. You can find that on YouTube and on Facebook and our website voodoomoonshinerocks.com. And you can get our merchandise on there as well. If you go on the top, there's the links for all our social media. And you can get the CD there. Sounds awesome.
Yep.
That's great.
Sean Shannon did a good job on it.
and we're getting play in like 21 countries, 21 over 21 or 25 states right now. So I mean, it's that wave, we're riding that wave right now.
Is that on like Spotify and stuff like that?
It's on all
Apple.
those platforms.
It's on FM Digital, Spotify, everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah,
All the online retailers.
those playlists and the way that the younger generation, I'll just say, listens to music now, like, they don't choose what they hear next, right? They pick genres of music, and then the way that the songs get pumped in, it's so great that like I was talking with my daughter today. She's, you know, she's 18, and I'm like, would you ever buy a CD again? And she's like, no. I'm like, how do you listen to music? You know?
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, Spotify. I just enter the bands I like, and she's like, I never know what's going to come in my playlist. It could be rap, it could be rock, it could be, you know, anything. And it just the wide a variety of music that the younger generation is listening to. So like, you know, there was a long time, I guess, where rock and roll wasn't really all that in, right? But it's everything goes nowadays. Everything's in constantly. So
The kids are hearing music from our era.
right.
So they're familiar, which makes it great for us because, you know, they're kind of getting it, you know.
I gotta ask about the band name. Who came up with Jeff? You must have come up with the band name, huh? Voodoo Moonshine.
Yep, way back in 2003.
How'd you come up with that?
I don't know, man. It was just the stuff I was writing at the time. It's just a thought or a feeling I had, you know, when I was writing these swampy, southerny, you know, groove type songs. And everyone hated the name. All the guys that I ended up getting couldn't stand the name. And but all that changed when it started, you know, when we recorded and it started picking up airplay and things started happening. And then they were all, you know, touting the cowboy hats and, you know, country boys now. But it was just you know, a couple of words I just kind of threw together. I wish I had a deep, meaningful, you know, reason behind it. But that was it.
Yeah, it's a cool name. I think definitely like it fits in with today's names of bands. Definitely, you know, it's not like odd or it's not bad. It's good. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's rememberable, and you know. So plans for this year? Do you guys have any kind of shows coming up or anything like that? Are you able to play anywhere?
Yeah, we're scheduling now. Actually, we got a show in Bristol, Tennessee, coming up on in March on the 27th. 27th of March. We're up in Bristol. It's called Rock Bash. We're direct support for Saliva there, so that should be cool. And then we got bookings in Indiana at Summer Bash and up in Metal in the Mountains in West Virginia. We're up there in August, I believe. Yep. And we're working on a bunch of other things right now too. So they're starting to roll in. Everybody's starting to plan. The agents are starting to plan and stuff. And we're hoping that they open everything up nationwide and get back to it, you know.
Oh,
so,
definitely.
but we're planning. So we're gonna go. If they plan it, we will show.
Excellent. Did you guys do any live streaming or anything like that during the pandemic?
We tried. We did a full concert that we were supposed to stream, but we weren't able to stream it at that time, so we just recorded it and then posted it later on. We weren't able, for whatever reason, it wasn't right at the studio that we were in. The signal wasn't correct. I don't know, but
okay.
But we did do yeah, exactly.
That must have been what I was watching earlier today, because that was cool.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Because it looked like it was a live stream. You know, it looked like, you know, obviously you guys were on stage, but there was no crowd. So I'm guessing that had to be it.
Yeah, that was probably it. Yeah, so.
Well, that stinks it didn't work out that way, but everyone still got to see it though, so.
Well, they're opening down here in Florida. They're opening. Things are starting to move down here. They're kind of, I call it the free state, one of the free states.
Yeah.
So things are opening up, getting back to almost normal here in Florida.
Great. Yeah, I've interviewed a few people from Florida recently, so, and I've seen a few shows of theirs kind of pop up, you know, like half capacity shows or whatever. So it's like, that's great news.
And where are you at?
I'm in Illinois,
Okay.
so we're pretty locked down over here. But
You sure are.
Yeah.
actually, my 11-year-old just went back to school this week, so my stress level has gone down immensely.
I'm originally from Illinois myself, so
Oh, you're so
yeah,
lucky to be
I'm,
out of here, man. It's
so I got out of there and I never went back.
You know what, man?
I
Y'all
went
can
to
keep that Chicago traffic. The last time we played there in like 2008, and we got to Chicago a day in advance and still was 3 hours late getting to the venue because y'all's traffic sucks.
yeah.
I mean, it was just so ridiculous. Couldn't find nothing. Couldn't get no parking. Luckily, we didn't have the tour bus. We couldn't get. Oh, it was a mess, man. I did not want to go back to Chicago for a long time. I think we played it was a place called Kinetic Playground is what it was called, you know, and it was like Hendrix and the Who and all these, you know, big name people had played there back in the day. And when we hit the stage, it didn't affect me. I was not Hendrix, you know, it didn't, you know, did not help us out a bit, man. But yeah, it was all historic bands that played there, but boy, it was a nightmare. Oh,
Well,
but hopefully we'll head up that way soon. We're getting, as a matter of fact, didn't 97 Underground in Chicago, Eddie?
97 Underground, I believe so.
Yeah,
That's,
yes.
yeah,
So we're,
that's
yeah,
97 Underground, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I used to know the DJ from there. The guy's name is Freak. I don't know if you know him, Scott.
I don't know him, but I know of the website, and I was going to bring it up. But yeah,
yeah, we're number 6 now with Locked and Loaded. We were number 9 last week. Now we're up to 6. So it's song's doing pretty well.
Bring It Down was number 1 on 97 Underground for a long time.
Yeah. Bring It Down and Bring It Down just won the Saturday the Crank It Up Song of the Year award on the Banger Awards.
Yeah, that's a really cool song. Bring It Down. And what a way to go. Are those the newer singles you guys have put out?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And actually Bring It Down is the you know, I told you that, you know, all these songs I had written back in 2011. Pedro, we hated the lyrics. You know, I had another singer that I was working with and who had recorded it, and it was some, you know, stupid ass song about pharaohs and gold and shit because he was from England, you know, and so it didn't fit, you know. But Pedro couldn't stand the lyrics, so you know, that's the first song that he actually, you know, pretty much wrote the lyrics for. And it turned out, you know, pretty amazing.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
There's I know a lot of the bands on that 97 Underground list, and it's great to see you guys up there, like constantly.
Yeah, a lot of big bands. Yeah, I mean, Dead Daisies, Joel from White Snake, and shit, there's a bunch of them. Great bands.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys are you searching for a record label? Are you interested in a record label, or are you just gonna do it on your own?
You know what, we're working with Curtain Call Records in a way that's beneficial to us, that does not screw us in the end. I mean, we're working together as a team. Okay. You know, the big record deals don't exist. I mean, anymore. It's you know, the music business is the business of music now, and everything's changed. And the only way that I think that we would want to do the devil deal is they would have to offer us, you know, Kid Rock Elvis money, because you know, somehow they just spit up bands. And you know, and if you're not some teeny bopper where they can, you know, put your face on pillowcases and you know, bed sheets, they don't really market you. You know, we're not Kiss. Yeah. So right now, I don't think the market's looking for, you know, us, but that's okay. You know, in the end, what we create will still be ours at the end, and that's all that matters.
there's a saying, I forget what it is, but it's better to have a smaller fan base that's dedicated to you and your music than a larger fan base that is kind of, you know. So I don't really know where I was going with that, but
we have you know, we've created a network and a team, and you know, all this shit that we have going on is basically because of them. You know, all the airplay, all the interviews. I mean, we're just doing interviews all the time, just constant shit getting added to other radio stations. I did an interview in Colorado, I think Monday, on an FM station. Hell, we've got you know, interviews tomorrow and Saturday, and already booking out for next week. You know,
right.
And if we didn't have them, you know, it wouldn't be happening. You know, I mean, so we're creating a family and a network. You know, and it makes us feel better knowing that, because we have our finger on what's going on all the time.
Yeah, it's definitely.
We're looking forward to when we get on the road and we start playing gigs wherever we go, and getting on doing interviews in person would be great.
Yep.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to do some in studio interviews, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of stuff may not be good for me unless you guys want to come hang out at my house.
What's for dinner?
Yeah. I'm a musician as well, and basically, and I'm just in a cover band now. I used to be in original bands, but you know, I got, you know, my band hasn't played since, you know, the lockdown. We've practiced a couple times, but you know, that's it. And I was going crazy sitting at home, like, what do I do? So I started this podcast, and it's been great, you know, meeting a lot of new people, a lot of new bands, it's having a lot of fun, and it's kept me busy and focused, and without doing what I've been doing right now, I don't know, man, I'd be going crazy.
We're writing some songs.
Yeah, we were talking to a guy, like we're doing an interview with this England radio station, and he was telling us that they're so locked down there that they haven't even seen a musician since like last February.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're just dying over there, just dying.
I heard something like they can go out once a week or something like that. I don't know, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I think they let them out to walk the dog. That's about it over there.
VoodooMoonshineRocks.com. If you go on there, everything's on there. You can order a CD directly from there. And all our social media links are also on there. And you can also join our mailing list. Believe there's a contact us on there. You can get on there. And of course, when you click on the social links, that'll take you to YouTube, you know, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. We have videos, and obviously on Facebook and YouTube. We have the new video Locked and Loaded. We also have a couple other videos. We got the video that we did for streaming,
right?
And we also have the official video for Eating in Your Eyes, which we never actually released as a single, but the video is out there with a version of the song. So, you know, check out our YouTube channel and you can see all our videos.
And we got a site for merch too, as merch becomes available, which we're, you know, constantly trying to work on that. It's vdmfans.com to purchase, check out on the merch and stuff.
Cool. Thanks so much for coming on, guys. I will leave all those links in the description of the video over on YouTube and elsewhere. Everyone, if you watch on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, we are streaming on all other platforms. Guys, thanks once again. Voodoo Moonshine.
Thank you.
Check them out. They are a great, great band. You will dig them, I promise.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.